Hi there, Taurus. How are you? It's me, Anessa from the Inner Bloom, and I'm back with your July 2018 readings. As usual, guys, it's going to be a relationship spread. You can always apply it with anywho. Wow. It could be with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, fiance, exes, anywho. I'm basically just going to pick up your relationship in general, okay? Interesting. I would have expected the full card to be in a preposition with the Ace of Cups in here. So let's see what's going on. Usually how it works though, the first person that pops inside of your head when you first listen to this video is the person that this video is dedicated to. See, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Son of Cups, but you have the full card in reverse. Let's see what happens. Okay, I usually pull 2 cards for a challenge, but 3 cards pops out, so I'm just going to take it. You have the 7 of Pentacles as your challenge, you have the 2 of Wands as your challenge, and you also have the Justice card here. Don't be too fixed about the person that you're expecting to hear this about, because I experienced that, whenever I watch a reading and I was expecting it to be someone, turns out it was about someone else. Okay, so keep an open mind. Whomever that this resonates, don't try to kind of like forcefully, this is about them. No, sometimes it's not. All right, so what's challenging you guys? You have the 7 of Pentacles, so it's like a period of waiting. You feel like now, although with all the love that you feel right now, you feel very, very emotionally intense, but there's like a giant leap of faith that is not being taken. It almost seems to me as if like you guys right now is having a little bit of trust issues. If I jump, will they reciprocate? If I take that much of a risk, will they reciprocate back? Okay, so you're not willing to, no matter how much you feel, how much love you feel for them, how emotionally intense you feel for them, but you still is hesitant when it comes to taking the giant leap of faith. Was either you want to trust them with all of your heart, whether you want to express your love, whether you want to give this a second chance, whatever that is, you're kind of like a little bit hesitant because you want to wait for their green light. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo though, because this would be very, very in line with a Virgo reading. It's very vice versa. But anyway, the 7 of Pentacles, it's like you kind of like waiting for a sign. You're kind of like waiting, is it safe for me to do this? You're kind of like almost waiting for a chance to jump in, if you know what I'm saying. A chance to jump in to fix things or to work things or just to express your emotions in general. With the 7 of Pentacles, the other party is also actually waiting too. This is a challenge for both of you. Both of you are waiting for one another. Okay? It's like you feel like the ball is in their court. They feel like the ball is in your court. Okay? And you have the Justice card. So you felt like you've been quite giving in this relationship and you want to restore the balance. You felt like you were extending yourself way too much, and now it's time for you to restore your balance because you don't want to lose your pride. You don't want to lose your face. I'm talking very, very fast because it's way past my bedtime and I became so chatty in midnight, like I don't know why. Okay, so sorry if I speak too fast. But anyway, with the Justice card, you just want to restore that balance, okay? You just want to be balanced. Like, come on, I give you this much. Like, come give me at least reciprocate a little bit. Give me that green light. Meet me halfway. That's how you feel right now. With the 2 of Wands, it's kind of waiting, guys. Both of you are waiting, just saying. They feel like the ball is in your court. You feel like their ball is in your court. If you want to play in ping pong game, boom, dong, 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 okay? Just saying. Whew. Di magkano masalo? No, I don't feel it. Right. With the 2 of Wands here, though, as your overall challenge, if this is like a relationship that was problematic in the past and now you kind of like still have so much feels into it, it also talks about, both of you are unable to understand each other's point of view because both of you are putting in like a really zoom in focus on just one tiny bit of a simple bump in your relationship, and you make it kind of like a little bit of a big deal of it. Okay, so you're just focusing too much on small details where you feel like, I know this one is not right. The 6 of Swords in reverse from their side, they're not moving on from you in the past. They can't. They try to, but they can't. They're stuck in here. Death card in reverse, but the sad part about it is that they don't understand. There's something that you hate about them that you want them to change about, but they just don't understand. Have you communicate this dislike about them to them properly, up to the point that they really, really realize that they were in the wrong? Because I don't see that they feel the need to change in the past. Okay, but were they here in the past? They're still here. They're still stuck. You know, they're unable to move on. They try to move on to calmer water. They try to distract themselves, but unable to. Five of Swords. It was quite painful, okay? The Ten of Wands. So you felt like you were the only person who was carrying the burden of this relationship. Like you felt like you were the only person who does all the work, and this was quite disappointing. You felt like you changed a lot, but all you're being met with is disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. So this is how you felt in the past. Seven of Cups. So you could kind of like give them a little bit of ultimatum, or you could be giving them quite of an ultimatum, or you try to also, like if you're still not in a relationship yet, you try to expand your options a little bit so that you don't focus on them. But you know, both of you are still so much in here. Both of you are still so much in here. No matter how hard they try to move on from you, they're still here. No matter how much you try to distract yourself with other things, you're still here. Okay? And it was very painful. I mean, like, this relationship was progressing into something beautiful, and then after that it's being cut off by something that's really painful. So it's like a stop. Right, they have the Hangman in reverse, and they also have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is why I asked you before, you know, did you communicate your dislike towards them very, very much? Or were you kind of like walking in actual, hoping that they would get it while you're acting certain ways? Because they don't. Up until now, they don't understand you. Like, they don't understand where you're coming from, what makes you feel this way, why you're so upset, why you were so quite harsh and cutting them off in the past. Like, they don't understand it. Okay, the high priest here is in the reverse, so you could be dealing with someone who is kind of like non-committal. Okay, and because they don't feel the need to change here. They don't feel the need to change, but they're unable to move on. Actually, if they are able to understand your point of view, they are actually really, really willing to change for you. But the thing is that they cannot read minds. Okay? They just cannot read minds. Okay, you have the Chariot card. So you actually wanted to make it move, you know? You have the Three of Cups here. Because you feel like this relationship is very, very convenient for you. It's a relationship where you can be friends and also lovers at the same time. And then you have the Three of Wands. So beautiful. So you are, yeah, positive. You're actually kind of like waiting for a sign. Where would you jump in? Because you feel very, very comfortable in this relationship. It has to come from you. Taurus. They felt so much hurt in the past and they are unable to understand. So I mean, if you're really wanting to make this relationship work, it has to come from you. It's not going to happen from them. Like, they're still stuck in here. Yes, they are. They're hanging by a tree for quite some times. But they also feel like the ball is in your court, if that makes sense. And you guys are actually like the Three of Wands. I mean, like, you are willing to leave the past behind and move forward with new and plan things ahead and go on your adventure together, right? But it really does has to come from you. You waiting and then them waiting. What is going on? It's really, really similar to Virgo reading, I swear to God. I forgot. I just did a Capricorn reading, but I forgot what was their reading. Is it like it's like a common thing for an earth sign? My ex-husband was a Virgo. He was also an earth sign. But I'm a Sagittarius. I pursue. So maybe that's why it worked. See, both of you wants the same thing. But it has to come from you, Taurus. It has to come from you. The ball is in your court. They're demanding you to come forward. They don't feel that they're in the wrong. They really feel that the ball is in your court. They're not going to do it. If you want this relationship to work, you need to be the person who does that. Okay? You need to be the bigger person. If you don't want that, it's fine. The bottom of your deck, you have the Two of Cups, so it's beautiful. All you gotta do is just to communicate to them. So the ball is in your court. Just communicate to them what is actually bothering you, what is your expectations about them, and everything. And they're willing to reciprocate. They're willing to meet you halfway. They're so willing to do that. But in the now, though, they feel like they're in the right. They feel like they're in the right. See, you have this. You have the Tower card. A lot of bottled up feelings in here, both of you, you know? There's like a high chance if this keeps continuing, you know, one day when they're drunk on where you're drunk, you're going to be like communicating with them in a very, very toxic manner, spitting venoms in your words, if that makes sense, and it's not going to help the relationship at all. Okay? They really do believe that the ball is in your court. It's like they're demanding you to come forward because they felt like you guys were completely were mean to them in the past. Okay? But after you kind of like come forward towards them, you know, you have the Queen of Cups here, and you actually kind of like now understanding it. You know, you guys understand that, you know what, I think like now the ball is in my court. I need to kind of like reciprocate a little bit. The moment when you do that, they're going to be offering with something stable. So the change is there when you approach them first. You want them to change. It hasn't happened yet because they don't understand. It's because they're waiting for you. They think that the ball is in your court. When you kind of like approach them, they're going to be offering you something that is stable, something that is going to make you feel good, even so good. Like you're going to be overindulging yourself, and this is because it's been something that you've been waiting on for quite some times now, something that you've been trying to manifest for quite some times, and you're getting it. So it's going to make you feel like a little bit narcissistic, a little bit. Okay, I'm not saying that you guys are a narc, no, but it's just going to make you feel like overindulged, a little bit like, huh, finally, you know, that kind of sense. And I'm more sassy if it's past my bedtime, so I'm sorry. And I'm less diplomatic too, so I'm sorry for my bluntness, okay? But really, the ball is in your court. If you want to work it out, you need to come forward to them. If you don't, then it's fine. Just understand that it's like a time ticking bomb. One day, there's going to be like a lot of burst out of emotions, okay? So I'm planning to do a mid-July reading from a week from now, I think. So thank you so much for watching my video, Taurus. I'll see you guys in next week. Bye-bye.